guys, this is Becca. I'm about to review the movie Saaho, Prabhas' new movie. Prabhas and Shraddha Kapoor and a whole bunch of talented and amazing actors. The initial plan was that I would go to the theater, which is over here in the northern suburbs of Illinois, or some people will call it Chicago. No, actually it's the northern suburbs of Chicago. And the theater is MovieMas, and so I wanted to go and shoot it. I spoke to the manager over there and I had to go ahead to come and shoot, and everything was planned. We went and we set our camera. First we got the ticket and we saw it. Now before I move over to that, it was open here in the US on the 29th, and I know that it was open worldwide on the 30th. But here in the US it was open on the Thursday, which was the 29th. So because it was somewhere in the middle of the week, the participation wasn't as grand. But then by the third show, which was, I believe, was like 8:30, it was packed. Ours was like 6 o'clock, so on the Thursday night, so it was halfway packed. But then when we were done, the 8:31, they had just had their halftime, their intermission, and people were just, you know, coming out to stretch, use the bathroom and all that. So you can see that it was packed. Now, after the movie, I will come back and tell you about the movie, don't worry. But after the movie, we shot our video, and we had it because our participation, our showing wasn't packed. But we still had a lot of people that participated, and they had their views on it. Problem is, when we got home, something happened to my drive, and everything that I shot was pretty much gone. The computer asked me to format it, and I'm like, it's already formatted, I don't know what to do. And by the time I figured it out, it has erased every content that I had on the drive. Super bummed about it, but there was nothing I could do. It was past, and I was planning to go back on the Sunday, the third day, the third view, or the third show to shoot again, but then I couldn't have the time to go back there. So that is what happened. And if you check, I posted something like maybe a 10 seconds or 15-second video on my phone right before we went in, but it was just to show how excited I was to just watch the movie. With all that said, the movie Saaho. Okay guys, so I know that there has been a lot of critics out there. Some are bashing the movie, some say, oh, this is a 300 crore movie, and they had certain expectations, and apparently the expectation was not met for them. But I'm telling you, not as a big fan of Prabhas, or as a movie buff, or as an Indian movie fanatic or anything, the movie was well done. Okay, now in every movie you will come across a lot of pinches here and there and whatever errors, so people will see. But I'm telling you, this movie was done on a whole new scale. Okay, so if you are familiar with South Indian movies, there's a lot of masala, and sometimes they mix the action versus masala, love story, comedy, and all that. Now, there wasn't too much comedy. It was funny, but it wasn't overdone. It wasn't like forced into it. It was very natural, set comedy, well done. Now, I will start right from the beginning. I'm not going to give anything away because this movie is still in theaters, and even if it's not, it's still not a good idea to spoil it for everybody else. But just from my point of view, the beginning, the introduction of the hero, who is Prabhas, it was just done right. In the beginning, actually, I saw it, I was like, okay. And it took me a minute to just get it. Okay, it's different. but it was really cool. It was well done, and it wasn't the scene that I was expecting to see. But then I look back now and I was like, okay, that was really, really done well. And then once they start introducing the characters, every single character in this movie did their best. Every single person. From Shraddha. Shraddha was just laid back. Oh, but I'll come back to Shraddha. She did amazing. And then every single person, VJ, Chunky Pandey, what is it, Lar, everybody, Nikesh, Nitin, Mukesh. I'm just messing up with the names, but I'm telling you, every single character that was in the movie, it wasn't over exaggerated, it wasn't too cheesy, because sometimes one of the reasons why I fell in love with South India movie because sometimes it gets a little cheesy, but that's the fun part for me, because it just gives you that chill out and enjoy for the entertainment purposes. But this movie, there was drama, there was the anticipation of not knowing what is about to happen next, and every single scene and character, everything was just done to almost to perfection. Like I said, there were just maybe a couple of instances that I was like, okay, maybe, but it wasn't a huge thing that would take anything away from the movie or the entertainment purpose of movie, or the work that was put into it. Nothing was taken away. We all know the plot was that there was this huge city where there's a bunch of mafias. So the story is that these people have set up to just take control of the city. They want to control all the criminal activities in the city, and the city set out to have one special agent or officer to go out and investigate. So they have a team, which Shraddha was part of the team. So that's where Prabhas' character comes in, Ashok comes in, and Shraddha's character is Amrita, and they come in and they are working to crack down all these criminals and find out what is going on, what is everybody fussing about. The very best part of the movie for me is the twists and turns of the movie. You cannot assume anything. Whatever you think you know, or whatever you think that, oh, as the movie rolls, you say, oh, okay, this and this is going to happen. No, you're wrong. It's not going to happen. It's like not even the opposite. It's like turn around, 360, flip over. Your mind will be like, you can't take your eyes off the screen. That is what I'm trying to tell you. You will not be able to take your eyes off the screen the whole time. You are like, okay, and you are trying to analyze the characters and everything until the very, very end. It's just so amazing. It was well done. It's not your regular, because sometimes when I watch Indian movie or any other movie, Hollywood movie, you can pretty much like predict what's going to happen. Okay, that's going to end up in a happy ending movie, or something is going to come. And sometimes you know that maybe there's a twist. You just don't know what the twist is, and sometimes you are like overly surprised, and sometimes you are amazed. This one, you will be like, okay, wow, that is how good the movie was. Prabhas was amazing. That guy is so talented. He was in character. He did his best, and it's just amazing. There was a scene, as you will see that scene in the trailers, where I think he got arrested, and he was somebody said something or something, and he just waved, did this in the air with the handcuff, and his hair, his eyes. It was, that scene is just one thing that stuck with me till now. It was just so like real, like you be like, it will gives you goosebumps. I'm not kidding you. That scene was like, wow, it was just so real. That guy is super good, I'm telling you. He has gone from, because a couple of years ago it was Mahesh was the top actor in Telugu cinema. Prabhas now has taken over, and now he has not just taken over like Telugu cinema, but Tamil Nadu and even Bollywood. It's like the whole industry just paused, and everybody was pushing this movie to move forward, and they did not disappoint. Shraddha's no, let me tell you, Shraddha, her accent, her Telugu accent, because Shraddha does not speak Telugu, so she has to learn how to pronounce and speak the language in the movie. And I'm telling you, she was on point. I could not tell, and she was crystal clear. I could hear her, like the words that she's saying. I can clearly hear what she's saying word by word. You know, sometimes when you watch like a local Telugu actress, they speak the language, but it's kind of really fast, so you can't catch the words. Shraddha was like, I don't know if it was the microphone or whatever they used. It was just so good. She was good, and they didn't push too much dialogues on her, so she just took it, whatever she had, and she did amazing. Everybody, every single person in this movie, the cinematography, the pictures, the everything, effects. I'm not kidding you. I'm not exaggerating. Go and check this movie out. You will not be disappointed. If you are a Prabhas fan, or even if you are not a Prabhas fan, if you are not a fan of Prabhas, you will still be amazed. You will enjoy. You will not know. I know sometimes people compare Indian movies or foreign movies to Hollywood movies. This movie, for me, was like a Tom Cruise movie, like Mission Impossible, with a touch of ice on it. Like, it was top notch. It beat it. Don't take my word for it, people. Go and check this out. So if I have to rate the movie on the scale of 1 to 10, to be honest with you, I'll give it 10 on 10. It was that good to me, but don't take my word for it. Go check it out in theaters right now. Oh, by the way, the movie has hit in 5 days. 5 days. It has already crossed 350 crores worldwide. And in India alone, it has crossed 102 crores in India alone. That is massive. That is massive. If you don't believe me, go ask Google. All right, so guys, I can talk all day about this movie. It did not disappoint me one bit. I got my money worth it, even though I paid a little bit more than my usual theater that I go to. This place was a bit expensive, but it was good. I want to say thank you to the MovieMas Theater in Niles, Illinois, northern suburbs of Chicago. Thank you so much. Thank you for my son, Jojo, and Frank, who went with me to the movie. Please check it out and let me know your comments below. Keep watching. I may have to go see it again this Friday or Saturday with my daughter because she was not able to go with us. So maybe I will see if I can shoot the review for that. You never know. But until then, please don't forget to subscribe and share and like and check on the bell. Until then, namaste. Feel